So now that I've deconstructed my Christianity, and I've obviously, gotten psychic downloads and shit about evolution, I'm like, oh, it makes so much sense why they demonized evolution in Christianity. And that's why I'm like, these fuckers knew. These fuckers have always fucking known exactly what the fuck they are doing. They have been trying to prevent, with all their heart and soul and might, to stop us from evolving. I literally remember, because I used to have to go to, confirmation class, because I was raised Lutheran, so we would get confirmed in 8th grade, and I don't even know what the fuck confirmation even means, to be honest with you. That's the craziest part about it. Actually, I was literally so depressed in that class that there was, this thing going around in 7th grade called the Eraser Challenge, and I literally, self-harmed in that class. Because, and it wasn't, I shouldn't, laugh about self-harm, but I'm saying, it's ironic that, because I would, sit there and just erase my skin, because I just fucking hated it so much. I would just, sit there and it was, a smiley face, and I wasn't the only kid doing it. It wasn't just, this, but anyway, that's besides the point. So, anyway, I literally erased, a smiley face into my hand. And so during one of those classes, it was 2 hours, the pastor, who was very much like Hitler, he looked just like him, he acted just like him, we used to call him Hitler. It was crazy. And my dad does too. I have a lot of people in my life who actually have a lot of Hitler kind of qualities, but that's again besides the point. Anyway, I've just been reflecting, and he rolled in this TV, and for 2 hours we sat there and we watched Darwin's theories evolution, and the pastor would just stop it every 30 minutes, and he would just explain how it was so demonic, and how evolution doesn't make any sense, and it goes against God and his creation. And I just he's literally sitting there, I'm like, how does evolution go against God's creation? That doesn't make any sense to me. All it does is go against the fact that maybe he created the world in 7 days, but even if that doesn't even make sense, because clearly we all evolve, we age, that's evolving. What? So it never made sense to me, but now that I've gotten psychic downloads, that's literally what we're doing. That's what ascension is. All it is the evolution of your conscious awareness, and you do evolve past religion. You evolve past all systems of oppression, and obviously religion is one of them. But the fact that they've pushed anti-evolution for so long proves to me that they've known about ascension for centuries. So they knew. So whoever created Christianity knew about what Jesus did, and so that pretty much proves my theory that I don't believe that Jesus actually died. I do believe that Jesus ascended, and he taught a bunch of people how to ascend out of the matrix at that time, and he was actually successful, and then it spread throughout a ton of countries and stuff. But then the, what do they call that, the Crusades, actually is what destroyed any evidence of that, essentially. So the Crusades destroyed a lot of that, and then some people did end up still carrying that on through Gnosticism. That's probably the closest thing we have to Jesus's actual teachings and stuff. And so there were people who survived, but they just converted kind of to Gnosticism instead of really kind of full ascension, I think. And although it's very similar, but it's not obviously the same. It still outsources, your source center. It just, anyway. So I do believe then that they created a book specifically to be as manipulative against it as possible, but still leave stuff in there, because at the time this is how the Illuminati and all this stuff has worked, is that they believe in karma, and so they believe that if they don't tell you outright in some way, shape, or form, that they then accumulate karma for lying to you, but they think that they bypass their karma by, indirectly telling you, which is why we see, all these messages of the Illuminati all the time, and we see people kind of admitting things but joking about it, or just they'll put it in TV shows or things like that, and it's because they have to, based on their beliefs. I've come to learn that people in the Illuminati, they believe that they'll accumulate karma if they don't put it in your face, and so that's really worked out for us, thank God for those beliefs. But yeah, that's what I'm oh my gosh, it's so crazy that Christians are so anti-evolution, because all that is anti-ascension. And it's just again, every day this place proves to me that every single system is trying to prevent us from cohering our frequencies, recollecting our soul fragments and ascending and evolving out of the systems of oppression. That's all they're doing. And so the more systems of oppression that you can opt out of with your neural pathways, the better. That includes fucking racism. And that is why the Charlie Kirk situation, if you're empathizing with Charlie Kirk, you are not evolving past empathizing with oppression, right? We don't empathize with oppression. No, we actually burn it to the fucking ground. Like it doesn't have to be pretty. You know what I'm saying? Now, I don't necessarily condone violence, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's like not the way we do it. I would hopefully like hope that we could do this in like a peaceful way where we could actually like, again, hold these people accountable and make them face their own neural pathways, because that would be the ultimate justice. But again, you know, you can't control how hundreds of years of oppression is going to express itself outwardly. Like, that's basically the whole Palestine situation. They were oppressed for however many fucking years, pillaged for however many fucking years. They finally retaliated back, and then now they've basically been annihilated. And it's like, it's the same thing. It's all microcosmic of the exact same thing. And that's why I think so many people, obviously the Palestine situation is just viscerally, abhorrently disgusting. I can't even believe that we're witnessing this in our lifetime. And I think that a lot of people actually recognize themselves within the Palestinians, because we subconsciously know that we are also being oppressed. Now, a lot of us have come to this full awareness, this full conscious awareness of this oppression, but even people who like haven't, they understand this too. Now, they're not empathizing because they're all caught up in their own cults. Like, that's the thing about Christians, guys. Like, they are mentally ill. Like, they have to, like, I can't, we can't just, keep letting them exist in our society. Like, they're dangerous. Like, all Christians, because they're giving into systems of oppression. And it's like, any person giving into a system of oppression and empathizing with it or actively participating in it is, like, a whole different story, you know? That's where it's like, you know, people who empathize with oppression, they don't obviously need to be detained, because they're past oppression, but they're still not, fully exited the oppression. People who are participating in it are just a different story. So it's like, there are different levels to this, there are different layers to this, and we are divided as a fucking whole world. So it's like, we are not going to be in love and unity for a while, guys. Love you all. Love this spiritual community to death, but I'm telling you guys, if you think that we're going to be in love and unity, you know, right now, you're on fucking crack cocaine. I'm sorry. Like, that's just the truth of it. Like, it's just not our reality anymore. Like, we have now descended directly into fascism, right? So it's like, it's time to start paying the fuck attention to what's going on, and all that love and light that you've curated within yourself. It's now time to just stabilize yourself, you know, just know that you're safe and you're fine. But also, you have to have emotions around this. If you bypass this entire situation of the world crumbling, it's going to be a bad situation for you. Like, I'm telling you right now, our souls didn't sign up for that. So your soul's going to be pushed into discomfort if you keep bypassing this. I guarantee that. You have to face the emotions of the collapse. You have to face the shadows. That's the whole thing that you've been doing. You've been facing your own personal internal shadows, right? You've been transmuting your own personal internal shadows. Now, I'm sure a lot of you are kind of almost done with that, or pretty close to or maybe not almost done with that, but you've gotten into this rhythm of transmuting your shadows. And if you haven't gotten into a rhythm of transmuting your shadows, then fine, you know, don't pay attention, do what you have to do, start transmuting your fucking shadows. If you've gotten solid in transmuting your own shadows, which means that if you have an undesired emotion come up, you observe it, you allow it to exist, you let it pass, or you transmute it. It depends where you feel with that. It's the same thing with the shadows that are going to come up right now. Some of the shadows, you have to feel through it. Some of the shadows, you're going to be able to just transmute. You know, the Charlie Kirk situation, I had to feel through that. But, the stupid fucking reality and all this shit, you know, I can just, you know, there's certain things I'm all right, the rapture, all this shit, I just transmute. But, some things I can't transmute. Some things I have to, feel through, you know? And so that's what I'm saying. This is the process that I'm going through. Now, you guys do what's best for you, but I'm also I can't stand to see the bypassing anymore. It's driving me up a fucking wall, because so many people are just think that they're just gonna be in love and light during the situation, and it's y'all are not prepared. I'm just giving you a full warning.